Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome to Movies Are Real for the month of January 2K23. We are once again on time with this podcast, a monthly podcast where we discuss the movies of the month prior and what we're looking forward to the next month. I am George, here hosting. I am at peak hosting performance right now. Ryan, how are you doing? What do you need? What do you got to say? What's up?
Hey guys, it's Ryan. Things aren't looking great for me. A lot of debt. Wife left me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm sorry to say, I hate movies.
Oh, no.
I just hate movies.
We were just talking about reality TV show personalized, and that was like Ryan mentioned like the elevated version. That was like the Ryan's like he's even more of a bummer.
Yeah.
Anyways, Carrie.
If I was ever on a reality TV show, sorry, Carrie Lyles.
Well, whatever.
But if I was ever on a reality TV show, I would definitely like try to be as like low energy as possible.
Just
but
be in
the
the
problem,
corner of
but the
stuff.
problem with that is they would then cut me out of the
Yeah,
show
you would get edited
right away.
Or there would be a producer off screen being like, to someone else, be like, go ask Ryan about his drama. That's what they do on Drag Race.
It's like, what's your drama? I don't know. I just like a lot of like childhood like things just like really like got into my head, and I'm really working on it. It's like, you want to talk about that? No, it's really personal.
There's so many times where the drag queens will talk about all the producer prodding while they're just getting ready in the workroom, but they're trying to fabricate the storylines or have the emotional beats for the episode. And there's this really famous clip where one of the queens from season 5, I think, Kelly Mantle, was talking about this other queen, Vivacious, who grew up in Jamaica, and they were all getting ready. They were putting their makeup on it. The producer was like, Kelly, ask Vivacious what it was like growing up in Jamaica. It's like, I don't have time.
That's pretty good. That's Carrie Lyles. Hello, Carrie.
Hi.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the new year, 2K23, baby. That usually means two things. One, there's usually films of not high quality, or not a lot. And two, it's about time that I go, oh, we gotta decide what are the best films of last year pretty soon. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. So that's a thing we gotta start doing soon. Anyways, in grand January tradition, there's not a lot of movies to talk about this. But not all of them are... Actually, none of them are bad. Yeah, how about that? M3gan is the first movie on this list, folks. And M3gan...
M3gan took the world by storm.
Yeah, but then she came and went. It feels like so long ago.
I don't know. She had her moment, as the kids say, right? Kids are saying that.
As
She had
what's
her
her
moment.
face? Wendy Williams. She is the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. M3gan. James... Blumhouse, folks. She's a doll. She can dance.
Same writer as Malignant, I believe.
Probably.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of the writers is Malignant. She's a cool doll. She looks like your friend, but she's a little creepy, a little different. Yeah, this is like a Child's Play situation, but funny.
Child Play, like, remake.
Yeah,
Use a
I didn't see the
robot.
remake actually. Yeah. Somehow
you didn't?
no. Everyone watched it except me, and I know that Donna Jo, who was in the audience, saw it as well, and she liked it. But I don't remember anyone else liking it that much.
It was fine. It was a fun time.
At Aubrey
yeah.
Plaza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyways, M3gan. Carrie, what do you have to say about M3gan?
For some
This is
reason-
weird, right? Like, it feels like it was
It
so
feels
long
forever
ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I, for some reason, didn't have as much fun with it as I thought I would, but I don't think it's bad. I just think it could have been crazier.
A lot of the stuff is in the marketing.
Yes.
Like, a lot of the fun stuff is in the marketing. Yeah. But I do agree, it could have gone crazier, but it's still fun. This movie here, folks, is a watch with your friends at a party or whatever the hell, or with a group of people like at a theater who haven't seen it yet, and it just like, this is ridiculous. But it's not. It's what you get. It's what they marketed here, folks.
I think what they didn't market that was like very weird is like the intro to like the introduction of M3gan herself is very grim and dark and sad.
That is true.
Like the kid's parents die in like a horrible
Big
accident.
Lodge vibes.
Yeah.
Very, very The Descent.
Yes. And then, you know, the main character, lady from Get Out,
Mhm.
you know, she's very distant, and there's a lot of like her taking care of the kid who's her niece, and then not like getting along because she just doesn't understand. She has like a big important tech job at not Apple or not Tesla or whatever. And there's a lot of not Megan before you get to Megan, and then it's just like, oh, it's Megan. Isn't that crazy? This is a toy and not like, you know, an AI that, I don't know. It's just a lot of like sadness, and then like it gets to the robot and it's like, why is this robot just being marketed as like a children's toy? And that is like the argument from, you know, Ronnie Chen, who's like, how is this affordable for, you know, a parent to buy this for their kid? And she's like, oh, but it's it also kills people.
And they're like, God damn it, you're right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird coming back. I had a good time watching this movie, and I think it's a good fun time. Turn off your brain, have a fun film time with friends. But there really isn't anything groundbreaking in the doll that comes to life genre. I think she runs like a wolf at one point. She does a little dance. That's fun. I think the biggest surprise from the movie is the lullaby that is Titanium by Sia. That is the thing they didn't spoil in the trailers, which is fantastic.
That was really funny. That's
the thing. But yeah, I like the doll itself, the effects for the doll. She looks creepy. She looks weird.
They did an Aliens at the end. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
They did an Aliens, and they already greenlit the sequel.
But it's called M3gans 2. M3gan 2, which didn't
2.0.
They did not take my recommendation of M3gans, and I'm upset about that. That's okay.
I mean, there's gonna be a third one, and then it will definitely be
M3gans.
M3gans 3.
Great, wonderful. Anyways, that's M3gan. It's all right. It's fine. You know, it's fun. Sick. All I know about this one, we talked about it right before. Talking about what's coming out. Last one, this one takes place in the story during the start of the pandemic.
So this is
this a Peacock?
This is a Peacock original. This was the last thing I was able to watch on Peacock before. Cox Communications just decided I don't get to have my free Peacock Premium anymore.
Put them on blast.
I was gonna say you should do. Have you guys seen that one truck driving around that's like, ask me about how?
Oh yes.
You need to do that. Be like, ask me about how Cox Communications
just ripped me out of Peacock Premium. It's only $5. Jesus. Anyways, it's a Peacock Premium original film. Takes place at the right beginning of the pandemic, basically March, April 2020. Written by one of the writers of some of the original Scream movies, and it is about two friends who, you know, the pandemic is starting, it's going crazy, and they're like, you know what? Let's go to my parents' cabin in the middle of the woods where there's no reception and no one's around to hear us scream for a nice pandemic, you know, let's just wait this thing out. How long could it possibly be? That whole thing. But then suddenly there's some killing going on because there's a little guy walking around trying to kill him. And I'll tell you what, this movie sucks.
Does it?
And I don't like to be like that guy, but like it's trying to. I know
yes,
that's right.
You
do. Got an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's not very good because it's all about like this serial killer. Like at first, there's the false serial killer who's like a boyfriend who's like just coming by. It's like, I wanted to be with you during the thing. It's like, but we didn't want you here. It's like, oh, why are you being all weird? Like, I don't know. Even though he was acting like a serial killer. And then a real serial killer just comes by and starts like going after him and killing them. But then like my problem is it's not for being like it's supposed to be like a self-aware, like kind of like silly Scream, like, you know, poking fun at some of the pandemic stuff. And then with the reveal of like why the killer is doing it, is just like kind of like
he wanted toilet paper.
It's a little bit. It's a really dumb, bad thing. Do you guys care if I spoil the big reveal?
I'm not gonna watch this.
Yeah, no.
So basically, the
spoilers if you want to watch.
Spoilers
Sick.
for Sick. The killers. It's actually two killers.
Like Scream.
And they're both going after one of the girls because she is asymptomatic and she gave COVID to their son and he died.
Oh.
I see.
It's real.
It's really bad because she's like, I don't have fucking fucking COVID, okay? It's like, give her the test, and then like they force her to test, and then like they're like, look, and then it's like positive. She's like, oh my god. And then they show her like a TikTok of her like making out with like, that's our son you made out with. You gave him COVID and he died.
Pretty funny, actually.
It's not funny though. It like the way it presents itself as so like serious and like deadly, and it's like, first off, this. I don't know if we had COVID tests like at this level.
That seems like
in March 2020,
Yeah.
and like all this ideas of like
asymptomatic,
and a college student got and died from COVID that quickly. It's all
like at that point we thought like if somebody with COVID touched a cereal box, the virus could go to the cereal box.
Yeah.
So people were washing the cereal boxes.
Yeah. And there was a little bit of that, like they went to a store and then they were like sanitizing their stuff, and it's like, okay, I kind of remember that, but I don't know. It feels like it's trying to condense all of the pandemic in like the first 2 months, and it's forgetting the first 2 months, which was a lot more uncertainty and like, and I don't know. It's not very good. It's trying really hard to be something fun, but it's not.
You're right. It is written by the guy who did all the Scream movies, and I Know You Did Last Summer.
Yep.
I did not like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I don't remember it.
It's not good.
Unfortunately.
It's got Freddie Prinze Jr.
It's not like offensive the way like They Slash Them was another Peacock slasher film, but it's just kind of like uninspired, and it's trying. It thinks it's so much smarter than it is, and it's just not very fun. I feel like at the end of the day.
Well, guess what? Now you don't have Peacock, so you don't have to worry about any other shitty
Thank God.
Peacock films. Well, that's sick, folks. Skinamarink. Skinnarinky drinky doo, baby.
Dinky doo.
This fucking movie blew up, huh?
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
It did very well for itself. And I feel like a lot of people were bummed out by the movie they saw. So we talked about this one last month. We were looking forward to what's happening in January. And Carrie, can you explain the whole setup for this bit?
The Skinamarink is a experimental film where the premise is that these kids wake up and their parents are gone, and all of the exits to their home have been sealed, trapped in their home without their parents. And it's supposed to tap into, from what I've heard from people who really, really gelled with this film, it's supposed to tap into that childhood fear of existing in your home when your parents aren't there, and what can go wrong, being afraid of the dark and everything like that. So you're mainly following around the two children, but it's not shot traditionally, so it's like shots of the ceiling or just the floor, so you'll see people walking around, and it's a sound-heavy experience, and it's a very unique film.
It's also a very unique film to watch in an absolutely packed theater.
Yeah, that was weird. I think this might be the first film I would say that seeing it in the theater is the wrong way to watch
That's the vibe I got from it.
Because, like, it's very similar to, like, it's a very auditorial film, very much like A Quiet Place, where, like, you're very, like, focused on, like, every little sound in it. But as opposed to, like, A Quiet Place where, like, if someone farts, it's more funny. But, like, if this film, at least for me, like, it has you so, like, tense and, like, trying to, like, make out what's happening, and, like, the audio is really the only way you're gonna be able to figure out what's happening, even then it's very, like, distorted and, like, not clear. But then, like, you know, like you see things in your peripheral, or you hear someone, like, sneeze, and, like, oh God! Because, like, it's, at least for me, what this film does, and this is a film that, like, I feel like I've appreciated a lot more, like, thinking back on it, is, you know, it really builds that tension, and it's just, like, it's ever-growing, and you're just, like, unsure of what is about to happen and what you're about to see, and it just builds that tension. It doesn't really, like, peak, and it doesn't, like, have a great release, I still feel, but I just really appreciate all the weird nonsense it does. It's very fun and cool and interesting, and unlike really anything else that's been, like, in theaters.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I do appreciate anytime something this fucking weird
makes
gets
it
a
big.
wide release.
Yeah,
I like that. And I wish I liked the movie more. Like, I just couldn't get hooked But, like, I have a feeling that the reason it blew up so much is because everyone was watching it illegally, so they're just watching it at home on their laptops with their headphones on. And I feel like that would be
works.
a lot scarier.
It's like a creepypasta sort of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like the people who said it was so scary were watching it in that environment, and I can see that being a lot more effective.
You need to feel trapped.
Well, guess what? It's now on Shudder, folks.
Hey.
But yeah, that's at one point I was like, you know what? I think it might be better if I just watch this at night and don't look at my phone at home.
Yeah.
So.
I wish I liked it more. I was gonna say my friend watched it today and he called it fraud. He said this is a screensaver, not a movie. I thought that was hilarious.
Fucking whatever the weird experimental horror of lo-fi beats, whatever the hell
it is that.
Yeah, it's very that.
So,
it's also been compared a lot to We're All Going to the World's End.
That's also
World's Fair.
That's also what I thought of when I looked at the photos of that
They're
movie.
both called analog horror, apparently, which
that's what the kids are doing nowadays.
That's what the kids are calling nowadays.
I think We're All Going to the World's Fair is a lot better than Skinamarink. That's my take.
It's definitely has more of a clear.
I wish I liked
We're
All Going to the World's Fair more, but it's not. Yeah, it was. I just didn't connect.
Skinamarink is very unique, and I have a lot of respect for it.
Good work, guys.
I also didn't ever feel super invested.
Good on you.
I
do love though. All the credits are at the beginning of the film, so when the film ends, it ends.
Get the fuck out.
And then for all the Alamo Drafthouse fans, like when the credits are over, it runs the whole, 2000.
I think
I think it's time for you to leave, and that was the scariest part of the movie because it's so quiet, and then it just ends, and it's like, I think you need to leave, and it's like, holy crap. And I saw everyone else in the theater also go back and whoa.
That's pretty.
And then also what was fun is even though the film was over and the countdown was going on, a lot of people stayed in their seats and just what the hell did I just experience?
That just happened.
So that just happened. That whole thing, and that was also very fun. So it was a great experience. I just feel I agree with you. To really get immersed with it, I feel at home, headphones on to get that 3D audio going on.
If I saw this on YouTube in 2014, I would have thought it was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Tar and Skinamarink bringing back the front credits.
Two similar films.
You haven't seen Tar yet, Ryan?
I bought the Blu-ray, so I gave Ryan my digital code.
I was gonna watch it today, but then I went on a Squishmallow journey with my sister.
You made the wrong call.
I did.
You should have been fuck you, I can't.
I have to learn the true story of Linda Tar. Lydia Tar. I haven't seen the movie yet.
Who the hell's Linda?
MF said Linda. Who's this? Speaking of MFs, who's this MF Otto? Carrie? A man called Otto.
My man Otto.
My guy Otto. This guy right here.
Otto.
This son of a bitch, Otto.
He's a little grumpy. Dude, you ever heard of Tom Hanks? I went to see this movie because my mom really likes it, and she was like, I want to go see it again. And I was like, okay, I'll go with you. And she was like, it's pretty depressing, though. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And it was fine.
Okay.
It did make me cry a lot, but...
Oh, okay.
But also, I don't know why.
What doesn't?
True. But it was a little more multifaceted than I expected, because you just kind of expect grumpy man attains heart of gold by the end of the movie. But
it's these kids are weird.
It's a lot more. It's a lot darker because he just this is gonna be a comedic illusion, but the movie doesn't play it comedy-wise. But you remember that episode of SpongeBob where you keep thinking Squidward is about to kill himself?
Yes.
It's just him trying to kill himself throughout the whole movie. But then his neighbors keep doing stuff, and because he's in charge of this. He's one of the property managers, I guess, of this collection of condos, and he does his daily rounds and stuff. And as the movie goes, you get his present day intermixed with his past, and you kind of see how he ended up where he is and why he is the way he is now. But he is very in his ways and very strict with how things are supposed to operate in these places. And as his new neighbors move in, they're just kind of bumbling around, and he's a nice enough guy that he doesn't want to see them just bumbling around, but he does it in more of like a "God, you're idiots" kind of way. But I think it's fine for what it is, and a lot of the stuff that it cuts with is you're finding out the history of him and his wife, and his wife has passed away by this point. You just sort of build the pieces of this man's history and why he is the grumpy old man that he is today, and you get to have a little more sympathy for him. And the neighbors who move in, they're really nice, and everyone's pretty nice, but there's some bad people who are trying to buy the condos, and he doesn't like that.
So I just learned something. I think this is a remake.
It is a remake.
Okay,
because I just looked, and it's based on a book.
Okay, because I just looked at the writer, and they made a movie called A Man Called Ove. So I assume this is that, but Otto.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
It's that, but Tom Hanks.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, interesting. Well,
it's got some fun parts, and I like Tom Hanks overall. Like, I mean,
nothing against him.
I think Tom Hanks is very.
His
charming,
son's cool.
So.
Oh.
I follow Chet Hanks on Instagram just because it's funny.
Yeah,
and he goes live a lot. And one time I joined his live, and he was literally doing push-ups in the street. I was like, "No, this is some good content."
Pretty good.
But yeah, I think it's. I don't want to say it's what you'd expect, because I think it's a little better than that. Because I was
a little sadder than what people might expect.
It's a lot sadder than that, yeah. And it might be a bit more upsetting if you weren't expecting that. But because I haven't seen this movie, but I was thinking of that movie with Bill Murray where Melissa McCarthy moves in.
Oh,
St.
Vincent. Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie, so I can't speak on it. But I feel like that would be the dumbed down version of this.
My parents love that movie.
St. Vincent? It's got Naomi in it. Naomi Watts is in that movie.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in that. All right, well, that's Otto. That's that guy named Otto. We love him, folks, don't we?
Probably never watch it again, but it's a good time.
I'm glad your mother enjoyed it enough to watch it twice.
She saw 80 for Brady today. We'll
Whoa.
get to that
Oh,
later.
man. Great. Love it. Missing. I still haven't seen this, but this is the spiritual successor to Searching.
Yes.
Starring one John Cho.
I believe I'm the only one who saw this one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a spiritual successor to Missing, and it is
Nope, to Searching.
Searching. Yes. Similar names.
I only called you out because I was like, I'm not gonna do that,
and then
I did
it. Idiot.
Oh no. So Missing follows a similar premise to Searching, a feature film that came out 5 years ago, which is crazy to me. Where an 18-year-old girl, her mom goes on a vacation with her boyfriend, and then eventually they end up missing.
Whoa.
And she, with the power of the internet, has to search for what's going on, but everything is filmed from the perspective of her laptop or phones or just any sort of like realistic camera or device screen that could that you could look at, and from that perspective. So that is the interesting look that it has. And my favorite part of this is it begins with her watching a Netflix true crime adaptation of the events of Searching, which is very, very funny and very nice. But yeah, it follows a similar thing, similar process to it. I don't like it as much as Searching, I think, because this one has a lot more. It's one of those like mystery things where like every time a new piece of information comes up, you think an insane thing is the truth, and then like it goes back on that very quickly. And it is all from the perspective of the main character, so it all makes sense, but like it does that a little too much, kind of like how in Searching at one point John Cho like thinks his brother has done something horrible to like his daughter, if you remember that.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh, really?
I don't remember all the twists and turns. I do remember the part where he goes live for a second. He's just like, someone joins and then immediately leaves.
That was very funny.
That's my favorite part.
My main thing is I need to rewatch Searching, mostly for John Cho, but there are a lot of twists and like reveals, and like it's a little too much, and it gets to the point that you understand fully what is happening, you're left thinking, okay, but what is this? In a realistic sense, is this how a person would really go about doing this thing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that, but it is consistently entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a nice, fun time. I enjoy the missing / searching cinematic universe. It's a fun
I like
time.
Storm Reid. She's all right. She's the main character.
What else is she in?
She is, well, she's going to be in The Last of Us, but she
Oh.
was in A Wrinkle in Time, which is the only thing I remember her. She's, I don't know, she's nice, that's all I'm saying.
She was very good in this. She seemed very nice.
Yeah. She's going to be Riley. In
Oh, she's going to be Riley.
The Last of
Okay.
Us. Yeah, so that's something.
She seems like she'll be a very good Riley.
Uh-huh. Very long role in that movie, in the show.
Yeah, very a whole episode dedicated to her, I bet.
That's missing. I still want to watch it. I just haven't had the time to watch it.
Yeah, same.
But it's also a movie I don't have to watch in a movie theater.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
You know?
I'll watch it on my
Not that it's
computer.
that bad, but it's like I don't need to go to the cinema to watch
Yeah.
this film. Sorry, creators of Missing and Searching. Is this the same? I assume it's the same people, and they didn't just take the premise. Like Unfriended, but good.
Yes, 100%.
How old is Unfriended now? Is it a decade old?
I think Unfriended came out in 2016.
Oh, that makes me feel
I
better.
think it's like 2014.
That sounds more right.
Let me look.
I was gonna say that's gonna make me feel old as fuck.
Unfriended did come out in 2014.
Okay.
So it is
So almost a
decade
decade old.
That
Wow.
is crazy.
We gotta have a party.
Happy birthday! All right, folks. Infinity Pool is the next movie on this list.
Hey.
Old B-Dog, as I like to call him, when I go to the Cronenbergs. He's like, hey, guys, what's up? Very normal household, normal guys.
Let me sit in all your normal chairs.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Whoa, this guy's a little different. Are they Canadian? They're Canadian.
Probably.
I think they're Canadian.
I don't know.
Anyways.
No one that weird's not Canadian.
Brandon Cronenberg's new film, Mia Goth's in this. Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander Skarsgård also produced it, which makes me feel like there's something wrong with Alexander Skarsgård.
He's a little weird. What else has he been in? He was in
The Northman.
He was in The Northman. He
was
also
the
produced
Northman.
The Northman as well.
He was the
so
Northman.
He is messed up.
Yeah.
What was his big thing that he was in? Was he in
It
like
doesn't matter.
True Blood or something?
That's what I thought. He was in True Blood.
Yeah.
I can see while you guys talk about the movie.
I remember
Infinity Pool.
hearing the name Skarsgård in relation to True Blood a long time ago.
I think that was when I first started hearing about him.
Mm-hmm. Also, rest in peace, Alexander Skarsgård's budget that he put in the Northman.
Oof.
That didn't do well for him, huh?
Oof.
Anyways,
He was in True Blood. You are right.
there you go. Infinity Pool. Carrie, do you want to explain this one?
Yeah. We find ourselves following Alexander Skarsgård and his wife.
Yes, they're still definitely married. That's a big deal of it.
I couldn't remember if it was wife or fiance, but
Because he married Rich.
oh
remember?
right, of course, he marries Rich. But him and his wife are at this resort. I don't remember where the resort is.
That's what I was just looking up. But
It's definitely in a not real place.
Yeah,
it's a fake place.
Fakey fake place.
Yeah.
That is a bad time apparently.
Fake,
outside
like-
the gated, fenced in walls of this resort.
Yeah.
But they go to this all-inclusive resort because he is a writer and is struggling to come up with his next book. It's been 6 years since his last book, his only book. And they meet Mia Goth and her husband, who are staying at the resort as well. And then they get up to some hijinks. They leave the confines of the resort and then run into some issues.
Mia Goth, a fan of his writing.
Yes, of course.
Man, where do we start with this
The
one?
thing about this is you can watch the trailers, and I feel like you're not going to you will not go into it and be like, oh, I know what's going to happen. Because when the first thing happens,
To be fair, I saw a second trailer that just gave away what that was. When I mentioned last
really?
podcast that the second trailer I saw just gave away the clone thing, that's what.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
because that happened, I was like, huh.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, well, I saw all of the Alamo supplemental stuff. There was a lot of clone stuff, so it's like, is there
Oh,
gonna
that's
be a clone
right.
thing? Because I saw something. I knew that he ran over someone with the car, and there was a prison problem. But that's all I knew,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize there was a clone.
And even then, the clone situation that happens in the movie is not what I would expect it to be.
right.
I wouldn't think like, oh, the government is actually this is our thing.
Well, I mean, it makes sense if you think about Possessor, which was a movie about a lady
Yeah,
who
that's true.
possessed people to be a super spy.
What's with this guy and his and bodies and not being
And the horror about the bodies.
weird guys.
Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll start off here. I can't. Is this a good? I don't know. The story here. This really is a movie about performance and style. This is a movie where Mia Goth is doing her Mia Goth thing, and there is weird flashing lights and colors, and Mia Goth is naked and she's dancing in a little cube. And look at her, isn't that crazy? And like fucking come over here and spoilers, suck on my little titty, fucking Alexander Skarsgård. And yeah, it's very visual. It's very Mia Goth being a little freaky goblin. I thought I had a letterbox banger when I wrote my review for this movie that I said, make me the Florence Pugh for little freaks. Mia Goth to her agent, probably. Because that's kind of what she's doing.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
That's kind of what she's doing here. She's just being, I don't know, she's just got this presence that's like hard not to love, and she just goes for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. I don't know, Ryan.
I mean, it's definitely a movie where if you have epilepsy, you will die.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
You will
They should have
die.
said that when the movie started, and then when I got to the point when they did the thing, I was like, you should have like maybe told there should have been like a warning when you buy a ticket for this
Oh,
movie
right,
or
yeah.
walk
Yeah,
into
there
the
was a thing.
theater.
There was a thing at the
of
beginning,
movie.
but there needs to be more.
It is
More
rough.
like a no, we mean it.
Yeah, I need Alexander Skarsgård to come as a guy. Like as this thing's a guy.
Thank you for coming to the cinema, but
I know you read this, but I cannot emphasize this enough. Okay? Got it? You're gonna see some titty sucking later, and it's gonna be great, but you wanna live to see that. It's like, whoa, what the hell is happening? But yeah, I'm also very conflicted because like there's a lot of interesting ideas and the performance stuff is very good, but it is also just kind of nonsense a lot of the times.
yeah.
And a lot of the sexual stuff is just kind of like what are we doing here with this? Like, it's very funny.
Does it say anything other than white people with money when they go vacationing?
They go a little
that's
too
it?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, rich people are weird.
Yeah.
And like, I love that genre. It's one of my favorite genres because rich people are weird, and I like making fun of them for it. But it's also a very like, it's a little too flashy and weirdly sexual for me to be like, oh yeah.
But also it's vibes though.
It is vibes. I
Big
like those
vibes.
vibes. But you could also put Mia Goth in any movie, and my reaction would be like, yeah, vibes.
I really need to see a cue for wellness is what I got.
Oh, yeah. I have it on digital. We could watch it right now.
Turn this shit off.
Carrie, what'd you think?
I really liked it, and
Oh yeah, you gave it 4 stars.
I
on it.
did. I think I like Possessor more, but I do want to watch Infinity Pool again. But I did have a letterbox banger with my review where I said only losers who are in love with Mia Goth and have a degradation kink would rate this 4 stars, and I rated it 4 stars.
Like
People enjoyed that.
especially at the end when Mia Goth is like, "Hey, like, well, nobody fucking likes you, buddy." Spoilers for Infinity Pool.
Yeah,
When she's
it's
like,
so funny.
"Come get the fucking coward," whatever the fucking his name is. It's very good. All that stuff with the car when she's on the hood of the car, it's great. It's
so
real.
fucking
It's
good.
really
yeah,
good.
I really like this movie, and I can't wait to watch it again.
It's a movie for little weirdos.
Hello.
It's a yeah. And also the only thing I related to this movie not in a crazy, I just went and killed a bunch of people and then I made a clone of myself and then he got killed, is the feeling when you come back from a vacation or at the end of the movie where they're leaving and just
Right,
becoming
yeah.
back to normal
And they're
people.
just normal people.
Yeah, that was very fun.
So
I was like, someone who went on vacation for the first time, I was like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. And that's it.
I didn't kill anybody,
Yeah,
but
you
I
know.
did have to start planning my life again
Yeah.
once I was on the bus back
Yeah.
to the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's Infinity Pool. Good credits. I like the credits. Good vibey credits.
True.
Like those masks. Those masks are pretty
The
good.
masks were really cool.
Anyways, I like this better than Possessor, but that's just me. So,
it's more fun. It's a lot more
it's
fun
more
than
fun than Possessor. Yes.
It's been a while.
It's more of like what I expected from Brandon Cronenberg from the marketing that Possessor got. Then, yeah. Anyways. That's all we got for January, folks. That's all the movies. No, not a lot of films. We got some not films, television shows.
But
they're
really,
fake.
they're not really television shows. They're like long movies because of how like big and like crazy they are, right?
Yeah. I mean, Poker Face isn't that crazy, but it is a little. It is like a baby mini Knives Out snack.
Yeah.
Anyways, Poker Face came out. It's Rian Johnson's new produced show with Natasha Lyonne. Rian Johnson directs the first 2 episodes, which I was really impressed with. I thought it was going to be the first one. If you enjoy mystery solving and you enjoy Natasha Lyonne's strange, raspy New York ass,
I love
essentially being Columbo, essentially being like, yeah, but just one more thing. I just got one more thing to ask you. And you like this show.
Yeah, I didn't realize how great her voice would be for
that bit, yeah.
Until I watched the first episode.
One thing I don't understand. You know, you went over there. Why'd you do that? Yeah, it's pretty good. So Poker Face.
And like the main bit is like she's kind of like, I've only seen the first episode, and she's falling into being like a private investigator type person, and she has this thing where she can always detect if someone's lying, basically. So if someone's not telling her the truth, she's like, I know you're lying to me. They're like, oh no, I'm Adrian Brody.
So she does her detective work from that. So it's like, okay, why'd you lie about this? Okay, so
like she knows she can't incriminate someone on that, but she just uses that skill to find out, what is going on.
And then she's just, why does she keep solving murders? I don't know, because she likes solving murders. She might as well. So yeah, that's pretty good. You'd like it, Carrie.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Yeah, you'd be a fan of it. They made a show of The Last of Us. They were going to make a movie, and then they made a show of it. Yeah. The Last of Us, a very popular video game from 2013. Are you telling me that Unfriended and The Last of Us are almost the same age? That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. It's pretty good. It turns out they made a pretty good show out of a pretty good video game.
There are moments in it where I feel like, oh yeah, this was a video game.
This was a video game.
My main thing was in the first episode where like he got separated from his brother, and it was because a car perfectly like blocked separated them, and he was like, I was like, oh no, we gotta go around.
Look, I'll meet you up over there.
And I could just feel like the camera like moving behind his back. It's like, all right, time to play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a few things like that, but like, it's very good. Pedro Pascal is a very good actor. He's very good at that role. And Nick Offerman is very good as well in that thing.
It's a very good show. Anyways, that's it.
Clearly very expensive.
Very expensive show. Which is the weirdest thing about it. Because it's like, oh yeah, that's the video game. It looks
crazy
like
how like a lot of video game stuff is either they get like no budget or they get
all the budget.
Insane amount of budget. And like this seems to be like the first one that's actually like doing good with that.
A lot of budget, and it's also good.
Yeah.
It's not a Prince of
Persia. I know
Persia.
people like The Witcher, but The Witcher was also a series of books.
It was also books,
so it's hard to like compare those two, but it's very good.
Would Carrie Lyles like it? I don't know. It's a zombie show at the end of the day.
It is a zombie show, but what I like what it does with the zombies, which I also liked how the original Last of Us did, is it's all the zombies are like a fungus thing.
Yeah,
I do like that.
And so
they look very pretty.
They have a unique look and like vibe to them that other zombie stuff does not have, with because of the monsters. They also have like this weird fungus stuff growing out of them, which is
also like move,
and they also move very very weird, and like they click, and they're
very smart. They made a good zombie game when they made that.
They made a very good zombie game, yeah, and yeah, like I think that's kind of why it like. Because even that game came out when zombie stuff was getting a little tiring. Because The Walking Dead had been on for a while, and was like, guys, we get it. But like
we're the real Walking Dead.
I understand it. We are the Last of Us.
Exactly.
But even then, this show, it came out when people were kind of done with zombies, and even the Walking Dead finally ended this year. Even though they're gonna have like 8 spinoffs for some reason.
This year.
Last year technically it ended finally.
Negan's Crazy Adventures coming soon to AMC Plus.
That is one of the spinoffs. There's gonna be a Negan spinoff and a Daryl Dixon spinoff.
Is he the bat guy?
He's the
bat guy.
Yeah.
He's in Tekken.
Yeah.
Anyways, Last of Us, pretty good.
More like movies if you think about it, because
kind of
budget. It's more like really long movies.
Really long movies are kind of real.
Yeah.
February. Knock, knock. Movies are February. Moving on. Sorry. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hello there. Knock at the cabin. M. Night Shyamalan. We definitely didn't see this movie already, folks.
Yeah.
Based on a book.
There's a cabin. Someone's knocking on it. They're like,
It's Batista. Hello.
It's like, hello. Hi.
I'm pretty
Got Ron with me.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Weasley.
He's a little racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock at the
Hey,
cabin.
we gotta kill some people or the world will end.
Whoa, crazy.
Are we serious?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
A little random.
Who knows?
Anyways, yeah, we'll talk about that next month. So this is what I added last minute. This is Orchestrator of Storms, the Fantastique World of Jean Rollin.
What?
So, folks who follow me on Letterboxd, which I don't know how many people who listen to this show actually follow us on Letterboxd. In December, while I was on vacation, I decided to subscribe to the Arrow Video subscription service. And in it, they had They have a lot of freaky genre movies.
What?
So I decided to jump into a little bit of a history lesson on one director named Jean Rollin. He's a French director. I guess the genre of film that they describe his movies as is fantastique, which is kind of like giallo, but Frenchier, but still horny and still Technicolor. Like the color is still like.
All right, you got me.
But very horny, yeah. The guy used to direct porn, and then he decided to make freaky. Yeah, he made The Grapes of Death and Living Dead Girl.
Have been seeing you logging these.
Yes, so I decided to watch this, and then turns out Arrow Video were releasing these movies on their service because they got the rights to a documentary about the guy's work and life, and so the documentary is coming to Arrow Video this month, along with more of his movies, including The Living Dead Girl that's coming out. So that's again a movie for the real freaks out there who might like Infinity Pool. You might like the movies of Jean Rollin. A lot of naked people. A lot of vampires that he swears are not vampires.
Oh.
But yeah, they're all right. They're all about an hour and a half. They're pretty good. The lady, he has this lady he really likes that he found while he was making pornography. And then I was like, what if you made spooky movies with me where you did have sex, but you will still be naked all the time? Don't
Don't you worry about that.
But also the actress, like, she's very good because she's like, she knows I look very good naked. And I look very good and I got a cool face. And I got intense and she rocks it. She's very good. So anyways, that's that. 80 for Brady.
It's another movie for freaks.
Yeah. You guys explained this movie to me last night and I don't understand it.
It's not an SNL bit. It's a real movie.
No.
It sounds like an SNL bit.
Like, the movie Book Club with all the slightly older actresses that all of our moms love, probably.
No.
And they get together and read 50 Shades of Grey. It's kind of like that sort of same movie where
But
it's
football.
these 4 ladies who really like to watch football, but they've never been to the Super Bowl. And they want to go to the Super Bowl because Tom Brady is about to retire, probably, in the movie.
He just retired now.
I don't know anything about football, but it seems to me like Tom Brady has almost retired for the last 10 years.
I think this was his second retirement.
The second time.
Okay.
But it was a big deal. And then he came back and just got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, and he was like...
And he got a divorce and it was really bad. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah. But so they're trying to get to the Super Bowl, but they don't have tickets, I don't think. So they're like, they show up at the Super Bowl without tickets and then are just trying to gain access to the Super Bowl.
Pretty good.
But yeah, my mom was seeing it today and I said, have fun. And then she, a bit later after she had seen the movie, she was like, you wouldn't have liked it. So.
Does she have any warm feelings for the Cowboys or football?
I don't think she dislikes football, but she'll watch it. Like my dad's a big football guy, so she just will watch football and she'll check up on football, but she's not into football.
How about them Cowboys, as they say?
Yeah. But my mom said it was pretty predictable too,
Oh.
the movie. So
Okay.
if you want a nice, easy watch, maybe try
Real quick,
80 for
listeners,
Free.
I'm gonna look up who are the star-studded cast and ladies of 80 for
Sally
Brady.
Field,
Okay.
Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, and Rita Moreno.
Oh, I like Rita Moreno.
Yeah, she's very funny.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Well, he retired. I do like Tom Brady, retiring and then making the joke. And now I got to go watch 80 for Brady.
That's
I was
true.
like,
I'm
that's
sure
a good
he's
bit.
in it.
It's a good bit. 80 for Brady. The Outwaters. What's this? I like this name.
I am very,
movie.
very excited for this. So this is a found footage film, very similar to Blair Witch Project, where it is, it's presented as someone finds these SD cards with some footage on it, and it's all about this group of 4 friends going on a trip to the desert, and weird stuff happens, which is very simple, but I've heard some like very like crazy stuff from like film festivals that it's been shown at, and it's gotten like Skinamarink levels of like experimental weird horror vibes apparently. So I am, as a big Blair Witch fan, I am so excited for this. And I checked the listings today,
I was gonna say.
And it is showing in every state except for the dear old state Nebraska, baby.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I can't believe it. We got Skinamarink. We can't get the Outwaters.
This is what happens when you only get one Alamo Draft House now.
Oh
well, I mean, Skinamarink was playing at fucking Marcus.
Anywhere, yeah, it was everywhere. It was
I
only
don't
Alamo
get
for 2 days.
We gotta send Greg Marcus a DM on Instagram. You're like, Greg.
Please. I'm begging you. I need to use Outwaters.
Whenever you describe it, I know it's not going to be this, but it just makes me think of that fucking movie from, I think, 2017 called Phoenix Forgotten.
Yeah,
which was
I did see that.
Desert alien movie.
Yeah.
But at the end, they're going out to the desert to try and film aliens, but then it turns out, well, it's still aliens at the end of the day, but it's aliens that are like the biblically accurate angels. So it's this big fucking wheel that's like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So trying to see that on a found footage was very funny.
Yeah. But this is apparently like, I've heard it be described as Lovecraftian. One like the reveals of like what's going on out in this weird desert. So I don't know.
If I show up to this movie and it's another big fucking wheel.
It's gotta be Rabiel, the 4th angel.
Listen. I'm all for it.
Well, you know what?
I'm all for it.
More wheels
in cinema. So yeah, this is one of my most hyped movies of the year.
Okay, yeah, it sounds cool.
Very excited.
People on Letterboxd are really hyped on it. Yeah, well, hopefully we can watch it somehow. Magic Mike's Last Dance. There's a new Magic Mike movie coming out, folks. Cinema is back. We got Salma Hayek as our leading lady here with one Magical Michael. I'm a big fan of Magic Mike XXL. I have not seen the first Steven Soderbergh. Steven Soderbergh is back for this movie.
Yes.
So I don't know what there's gonna go, because the first one, as I understand, was a little bit more of a movie. Like it had less fun. It was more of like, hey, this guy's got dreams and he's got whatever the hell, and these guys are kind of interesting and complex, as you would imagine male strippers being. Hey, they got probably some stuff to say about their lives. And then the second one's all like, oh no, this is just fucking, we're doing this, Donald Glover and fucking Channing Tatum are doing this fucking strip intense little dance number to 9 Inch Nails Closer. It's pretty good. So I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm sure it's going to be a fun time, and I'm excited.
Yeah. It looks like a fucking, like, because they're putting on a big show. So I'm like, is this just going to be a straight up musical?
That's also what it looks like. That's also what it looks like.
I still need to watch the other ones because I haven't seen any of them. But
it has big like we need to do this to keep the community center vibes.
We gotta put on a show.
Yeah, and I love.
Yeah, that. That's Carrie's favorite thing.
I love that. Any movie that's about gearing up for it and then putting on a performance, that's my favorite kind of movie.
How do you feel about Sing?
Ugh. Never mind. I do like Taron Egerton a lot, though.
Yeah.
He's the gorilla.
Oh, yes, he is. He's who has a voice of an angel.
Right, but he doesn't want to be a mobster
he
like
doesn't.
his dad.
He wants to sing. What a nice young man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, never mind.
Anyways, I'm excited for Magical Michael and his Last Dance. Also, Magic Mike XXL came out almost a decade ago, which is crazy to me.
Whoa.
Roll.
Yeah, stuff. I keep seeing stuff of like my favorite albums and stuff like, it's 10 years old now, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, it's rough.
Don't tell me that.
It's rough. Anyways, that's it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Woo! Ryan Lance, where are you at with this one?
This is something that I feel like I'll end up seeing on a Sunday morning by myself.
Because you have Alamo Season Pass.
Yeah. I like Paul Rudd. I think
George, the biggest Ant-Man fan out of the three here.
What do you think? Nothing?
Oh,
I think the
man.
Ant-Man movies are good heist movies. They're fun and like.
And this is
And
very different.
Luis Guzman, or his name is. I think that's his name. But he's funny. He's the whole thing was like, yeah, it's got T.I. Like they're fun. This one's like super serious, all CGI, motherfucker. I just saw Avatar: The Way of Water. Go fuck yourself with this CG. It looks like shit. Fuck you. It just looks fake. And
Yeah.
it's
No,
nothing.
it doesn't, because the Ant-Man movies, like,
Pretty grounded movies.
Pretty
Other than
grounded,
he's an
yeah.
ant, he controls ants. I know, I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it, but
but yeah, and like they look like more realistic sets than
usually Marvel does.
typical Marvel stuff. But this is all like, oh, we're super small now, and now we're just in space world, and it's like, oh, okay.
And I like Jonathan
guess.
Majors, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
fucking
no.
know who Kang is. I don't who. All these motherfuckers be like, it's Kang, bitch. She's like, who?
The problem with people who are like, it's Kane, bitch, like they've seen Watch Mojo videos, like,
Exactly.
here's everything you know about Kane the Conqueror.
Exactly.
He's better than Thanos. And be like, what? Thanos? He was the villain of the
So this guy's
film.
bigger.
No, he's Jonathan Majors.
I like Jonathan Majors though.
He's very good, and he's
But-
probably gonna be very good in this. But
Part of me hopes this is the movie because I just feel so much apathy. Like I'll watch almost any Marvel movie except Eternals, but I'll watch anything else.
yeah,
And this one, I'm like, this has to be the one that doesn't do well, right? I just don't understand.
I don't
I
know.
doubt it.
It'll be a testament because like the Ant-Man movies were never like
Big.
they were never hilarious. But like they're
It's
trying
small.
they're trying to end it with like another. It feels like all their movies are trying to be like the biggest thing, and it's like not everything can be that. Can't we just have a movie?
Which is what Ant-Man was.
Yeah, Ant-Man was just the movie. Now it's like now you can go back in time and be with your daughter. Bleh.
Also, they recasted the daughter actress. She's
Yeah.
also not helping me, being like,
Yeah.
who are you? But also, speaking of Avatar, they're advertising this movie so much in 3D. All the ads I've seen for this movie are in 3D, and they do that thing where they have the widescreen 16:9, but the actor like they do like a pop out, so it looks like whoa.
Yeah.
And it's all like fucking James Cameron took your ass to school, Marvel. Fuck this shit. Are you kidding me? It looks like
That's
garbage.
post conversion. That's how it is.
God damn it.
It was like, I just have the people in the front. That's it. That's just all 3D needs to be, right?
Anyways, I like Jonathan Majors and I like Paul Rudd and I like the Ant-Man movies. But
MODOK's gonna be in it. You like MODOK?
I like the concept of the fact that Marvel people having to come to terms with MODOK because he is
Yeah.
so fucking silly and
He
ridiculous.
is very silly. I'm excited.
He's a little big-faced man with little arms. and
Yeah,
all
I
that.
should carry
Yeah,
MODOK.
MODOK.
She was-
I saw that and I was like, what the fuck was that?
And so I like that we're at the point where it's like, take that seriously. No, you have to take MODOK. MODOK, he's very big in the comics. Like he's very dangerous. He's very big deal.
Yeah. Why?
Serious.
I
Take
don't
it serious. You gotta take it serious. I like that. That's what I
That
like.
is fun.
It is weird though, where they have MODOK and Kane who are both like equal levels
Yeah.
of like big serious, like just in the same movie, I guess.
And there were some people making fun of how MODOK looks like. Motherfucker, he's
It's
MODOK. He looks like shit.
Yes, he always has. No one's ever been like, whoa,
MODOK's so
menacing.
cool. Anyways,
Yeah.
what's after Ant-Man, Ryan?
Guardians 3.
Oh right, I knew
Which
that.
I'm
I'm
actually
looking
excited
forward
for,
to
yeah.
it. I like Guardians.
They're
What
pretty
a-
fun guys.
Yeah.
I like how they're just like little weird freaks.
Mm-hmm. I like
I
I like
that.
Mantis.
I do like
is
Mantis.
my favorite.
Mantis, the Christmas special made me really be like, oh, Mantis is great actually.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the game a lot. That Guardians game is good.
I need to play that game.
It's pretty good. I have it. Anyways, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey's finally coming out.
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently.
And
I
when I
don't
was
know.
looking at the website, there was like I think it's gonna be a 1 day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
kind
fandom
of
event thing.
Yeah.
That checks out. $15 for this fucking ticket.
No
fandom.
thanks. I'll wait till it's on
Yeah,
streaming.
I'll wait, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cause like this isn't gonna be good.
No, it's
Like
just,
it's gonna cause like
This looks banana splits quality.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like they had to like the only
I
reason
think about that movie too much, by the
the
way.
only reason this movie exists is because they want to be the first horror movie
Yeah.
to have the
Public
rights to
domain.
this.
Yeah.
So like they didn't try to like write. They clearly, I mean, I haven't seen it, so it might be the greatest movie ever made, but like I don't know. But like I doubt they like put in the time with like the writing and the
Yeah.
performances and the filming to like make something like actually like interesting or good. It's just gonna be
Right.
it's just gonna be a slasher, but like It's like, my name's Winnie the Pooh. And that's Piglet.
And
We don't have the rights to the other ones yet.
He's gonna kill someone and he'll be like, oh, bother.
Yeah. And then it's like, wait, can we say that? Is that
public domain?
And also,
that
I like
We're
Winnie
good?
the Pooh.
Okay, cool.
I love Winnie the Pooh. It's great.
He's adorable. He's a nice little guy.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I'm a little precious about that kind of thing, so I don't want to watch them slanderize my boy.
It is also just gonna. It's clearly just a guy with a Winnie the Pooh kind of mask killing people.
And it also reminds me of how much of a disappointment Christopher Robin was.
What?
I know it's got your guy, and it's a Winnie the Pooh movie,
Winnie
but
the Pooh was very cute in that movie.
But,
what the fuck?
I know.
I was kind of bummed about that movie.
What the fuck?
Okay, let's talk about another bear. Regular bear does regular things.
Oh!
I thought you were gonna bring up Paddington again.
No.
I was like, we don't need to rehash.
We don't need to talk about. Paddington does not do this. This is Cocaine Bear. That's probably gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a very much the normies go and are like, that was pretty
That's
crazy.
why I don't want to be like, I'm sure it looks fine. I like the people who. It's got some of the. Aren't the writers? Isn't the what's their fucking Lego Movie people?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought they were involved in some way. Maybe I made that up.
Elizabeth Banks is directing
Elizabeth
it.
Banks is the director.
Whoa! Charlie's Angels, Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that actually. Decidedly not Elizabeth Banks, Cocaine Bear, huh?
I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say she was really big on
right,
putting.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is produced by Phil Lord
I knew it.
and Chris Miller.
So that was like okay,
So yeah,
it'll probably be pretty good then,
it'll be
yeah.
fine, yeah.
but it is like that's crazy.
That's pretty wacky.
Yeah, the premise is very like, whoa, that's gonna be a talk about movies, am I right?
Yeah, so
It's like, I guess.
so,
Let me tell you about the movie Skinamarink.
but there's
Fraud.
not there's not a lot coming out in February, anyways.
No,
Yeah.
it's a weirdly light month.
Mm-hmm.
But people are still apparently seeing Avatar, which is crazy to me.
That's very
2 billion, it did it. 2
I know,
billion.
but like I don't know anyone who's seen it. Who has seen it? You've still only seen it twice.
I have only seen it twice. I want to see it a third time.
Yeah, but like, I
Joe,
feel
want to go watch Avatar tomorrow?
but like I don't know anyone, and like I don't know anyone. I'm a fucking recluse. But like who has still seen it at this numbers where like I can't watch The Outwaters at Alamo because like, we gotta have Avatar showing 4 times every day. You're supposed to be the good theater that shows good stuff, not Avatar. I know. I'm sorry.
Avatar's pretty good. No, actually, no, but it's good. I like looking at it.
I mean,
Unlike
not that
Ant-Man and Quantumania.
Yeah.
Also, isn't Evangeline Lilly canceled?
She from what I remember, she was like, no, I got the vaccine. I believe in science, but I don't think other people should be forced to get vaccinated. Which, no one's forcing anyone to get that. No, that's never been a thing.
No.
But people are weird. Sorry to get political on the podcast. Get fucking vaccinated. Jesus Christ. It's been a thing for centuries. It's the modern marvel of science. I don't know, Ryan. I read the beginning of a tweet that said I should think about it. I've been waiting. I've been exclusively reading Rob Schneider's tweets.
I exclusively follow Zachary Levi, star Shazam.
Ooh, yikes. Oops. Guess someone's not going to be in the new DC universe.
Anyways, that's a podcast. Ryan, where can folks find you?
Go to letterboxd.com and go to Film Piece, and that is me. You'll see my thoughts on the movie Tar, because I need to watch the movie
Ooh,
Tar.
I'm
this
excited.
weekend.
I like it.
I need to rewatch Tar.
Yeah.
I would say that is one of the best movies of the year.
I'd agree.
Interesting.
I'd agree.
It's pretty good. Carrie, where can folks find you?
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie.
Okay, you can find me at jcruzalvarez26. Right? That's my thing on Letterboxd, right? Yeah, it is. Maybe I'll watch more weird French movies that, yeah. While my wife's away, because she'll be like, this is weird. So, there you go.
I'm getting a little crazy. The wife's out of the house.
I'm going to watch these weird French films. They're not porn. I swear to God, it's not. I'm not watching
his
porn.
early stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it. Until next time. Bye-bye.